So here I am explaining my directions, which seems a lot better in theory, because I am already bored, and I've looked at this 3 times now. Okay, I don't know why I decided to read the poem aloud. That seems like, again, another idea better in theory, because I hate reading poems, as I'm sure you can obviously tell. And if I was a student, this would completely have, I would have been gone. I think I was gone reading it, so that was not a good plan. I'd rather have the students do it themselves. Okay, so this is not a bad idea, I don't think. It's not my best idea, but it's boring. And this is to hook the student in. Like, it's okay, but it would only work with a certain group of kids. Also, what am I talking about? I don't think strangely hopeful. What does that even mean? I don't know. Okay, so I like the group thing. I do. And I think that was useful, and I don't like talking continually, so that was probably the only good part of this. I wish there was somebody to be able to hear all the groups at once, because this was kind of cool. Like, I was kind of walking around listening to people talk, but honestly, it wasn't really processing because I was too intense on the, oh no, is it going to go over 5 minutes thing. But this is a good group conversation, but I feel like it only happened really with a group of English education students. Like, I don't know if real students would really get that much into this lesson. I think it's okay, but at least they got to talk to each other for now. Okay, so what am I doing? So I'm supposed to be like listening and maybe talking to the students about it, but instead I'm staring them down, and I look completely terrified, which is probably because I was focusing more on making sure we were past the time than actually teaching, because I had nothing to say, and I just stood there glaring at them. I don't know, that's a poor life decision. I think in real life I would definitely have changed this around and would have tried to engage them more, but I was too focused on getting up to time, so I just completely wasted this educational moment, so to speak. So this is a really cool poem, right? I really liked it. I would have liked it as a high school or middle school student because it would have spoke to me, but I just completely killed it. Like, I lost interest in it when I was reading it. I lost interest in it talking to groups because, like, okay, you feel the emotion. Okay, like, it's an emotion. You know it. And I feel like maybe this would be better as, like, an exercise type thing, not as a hook lesson. It was okay. I know, I mean, it wasn't the most horrible thing in the world, but it definitely could have been a lot better if I got them more creatively involved. And also, when I'm talking to students, I just checked out. Like, it's like, okay, time's going, let's get this through, and then I just forgot what they were talking about. Like, I knew what Sarah was saying, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I understand that feeling in high school or whatever. I was there too, but I just couldn't. I was too focused on, like, okay, we got to get through this a certain amount of time. But in real life, I think I would. I hope I would engage the students more in a conversation rather than just being the nodding head. But overall, it was alright. I would definitely do something more creative next time. And I really like using iMovie. The end.